Hi, I'm Pip Waller, and this is Being Human, an exploration of what it means to be a person alive in the 21st century, reaching to be as well as possible. So there's something about nature, about how we can live in connection with nature, which is so fascinating and which we can really learn a lot by paying attention to what's going on in the seasons. Because the energy, we're part of nature, even if we're living in city and we don't get out much and we're far away and we don't know anything about nature, we are actually part of nature. Absolutely impossible to separate us from nature, truly. So what's going on in the world, in the earth, the energy that's changing in the earth and the planets, what's going on in the sun and the moon and all of that, the weather, all of that has a big effect on us. And one example of that is, so seasonally, what's happening now in the northern hemisphere anyway, I'm talking about northern hemisphere temperate zone, where we're coming into we're right at the end of the summer, the late summer, the harvest time. Some people think of this as autumn, but I prefer to think of it as harvest time, and that the autumn proper starts when the first frost comes, and it's really then the leaves, the winds come and the leaves are really falling, they've already changed. But this time, which has been around for at least a month, maybe a bit longer, is the time when there's a lot of fruits and nuts and berries and everything's getting heavy and hanging down with the great, lovely, wonderful abundance of Mother Nature is providing for us. So we can think about that harvest time. I like to think about this as a time to think about what's my harvest for the year. Even if I'm not a gardener, or I don't, again, as I say, I'm not connected with nature, I've had a harvest. Everyone's had a harvest. This time of year we gather in. The energy of the earth is starting to go downwards. And soon we're going to get to winter time, and a very quiet and contemplative time, a different sort of time. But now we're at the time of gathering in. So you can benefit a lot by just pondering, what was my harvest for this year? What am I gathering in of my harvest? What am I going to put on the compost heap to rot away? And what am I going to keep? What are my preserves for this year? It's a great time to do a life inventory, and the whole energy of nature's behind that. I'm really nervous doing this. I feel really stupid. I've only just started doing this. I'm planning to do a lot of these vlogs because I understand that everyone's watching YouTube these days. So thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to do my best to share what I know, to share my knowledge and talk about things that are of interest and related to various aspects of natural medicine and healing in a really profound and deep way, physical, mental, emotional, and that hard to define aspect which we could call spiritual, very mysterious. So this time of year, it's the harvest time. Look at your life, gather in your harvest, and I hope I get better at doing these things and not getting distracted and self-conscious. So I'm Pip Waller, and this is Being Human. Thanks for listening.